Here we are. Hey Kim, I see that you're watching. So I want to say hi to everybody out here today. It's Friday, which we know is the advanced workout. So it's the end of the week, but it's also the start of the weekend ahead. Now, obviously we forget sometimes that it's a weekend because each day just seems to roll into each day. But with that being said, let's have a great workout. And I do have a challenge for you as well. And I'll give that to you at the end. If I forget to give you the challenge at the end, please send me a message and remind me, because I know at the end of the workouts I'm sometimes tired, but I have a challenge for you at the end of the workout today. So motivation for today, and again, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you being part of this workout. Remember, you will need to have your long bands today. So we're going to be working on a little bit more advanced movement. Now, when we say advanced movement, I'm looking at coordination work, and oh yeah, happy Memorial weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for reminding me there, Kim. So I totally forgot what I was saying. So today's workout, we're going to be working a little bit more intricate movements. And one of the things that we did yesterday in the workout, for those that were there, you would have seen we started incorporating finger work with leg work. So again, we're multitasking the brain to control multiple parts of the body at the same time, which is part of balance training, is to be able to feel and do different things at the same time. So we're going to be doing some balance work with some new coordination work that you won't have done. And I love creating new exercises for you. The second thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on the red ball today, working on the foot and balance for stabilization all the way from the toes through the ankles, strengthening the calf, through the knees, and then obviously the core as well. And then the last thing we're going to be doing is upper band work. Now, the focus of today's work is going to be posture. So what I want you to be thinking of today at all times is, how am I standing? What's my posture? You know, is my chest open and broad or wide? You know, we don't want the collarbone like sinking in. We want to open it up. And to do that, we've got to make sure we're continuing to train our back muscles. Now, I've started to have a problem with this. I've spent so much time sitting at the computer that I find myself a little hunched over, and the muscles then get weaker on the back and tighter on the front. That gives you that rounded back. So today, everything we do, keep reminding yourself, and I'll try and keep reminding you, to pull the shoulders back, tighten the back muscles. Hey Rosa, nice to see you. Janelle, looking forward to that as well. And with the upper body work that we're doing a lot of shoulder and back work. Good morning, Julie. And so again, working on posture and strengthening the body. So one of the things that my motivation of today is teachers. Teachers are really important because obviously that's how we learn. That's what teachers are, but they come in many different forms. A parent is a teacher. Obviously you have school, you have teachers. In sports, you know, people call me a coach, but I prefer to call myself more of a teacher because I'm working with the youth. And as I work with the youth, I'm teaching them how to get better. Whereas coaching is just, a lot of the times, it's just directing certain things rather than teaching. Good morning, Kirk. So teachers, I started thinking about teachers, and I have a very dear friend, Kofi, who I spend a lot of time, especially in the past, going over different philosophies and thoughts. And he brought up a very interesting comment. He said, the greatest teachers in the world are not the ones that have the most students. The greatest teachers in the world are the ones that create the most teachers. And that really is so true when you think about it, because if a teacher can't project the message that they want, and the student take it in, they're always going to need the teacher. Whereas the greatest teacher is the one that creates the most teachers. And so what I'm hoping here, by being a good teacher with you guys, it's not about you needing me. It's about you learning and taking these exercises away and using them for yourselves, and then hopefully being able to pass that information on to others as well. The way that I can be the best instructor, teacher, guide with you guys is to help you to continue to create for yourself as well and create for others. That would be my greatest success. So to do that, at the end of exercises, or at the end of the workout, write down some of the exercises you like. You can always go back on YouTube and watch them again and rewrite them, but certain things that you really enjoyed, that you felt specific to you, write them down. Get a little book, get a notepad, put them down, so in your own spare time, you become your best teacher. And that for me would be amazing because again, this is about your success. And if you always have to wait for me, you're losing the power that you have, but us working together, we can enhance the team. So that's my message for today. Let's be the best teacher. Good morning, Diana. Nice to see you here as well. So with that being said, we've gone over the motivation of the day. We've gone over the focus of the day, long bands that we'll put in later. We're also going to go to the ground and do an ab workout. And for that one, make sure that you follow the instructions how to get onto the ground. Because I know for some of you, it will be tough getting down. I'll teach you how to get down onto the board and also how to recover and get back up. And I would demonstrate that before you have to do it. Hey, Sonny. Nice to see you. Last thing before we get started, because it's time to get going. Arlene Phillips, it's her birthday today. Arlene, I'm not going to say how old you are because to me you're just super young and leading. But Arlene is the choreographer and director for Andrew Lloyd Webber shows. When I was playing the lead in Andrew Lloyd Webber shows, Arlene was the director there for me. And she gave me the opportunity to get into the West End and be performing at the highest level. So Arlene, happy birthday. Thank you so much for all the work and the millions of people you've influenced. She used to be one of the head judges on England's version of Dancing with the Stars. Very well known, and she loves the balance board. And I think we're going to be incorporating Arlene to help us because she's an incredible dancer as well. And with that, one of the things, maybe my favorite saying in the world, one of them for sure, is it's showtime. I remember standing backstage waiting to get on stage. You'd hear the audience coming in, the band would start to play, you hear this like buzz, and we'd look at each other and go, it's showtime. No matter how you felt, it was time to perform. Well, today, it's showtime. It's not performing, it's doing. Let's get this done. Oh, that's a good way to start the show, right? I kicked the camera. Make sure the setup is still good. I hope nobody thought that we were having an earthquake out here in California. Putting my gloves on. These gloves are great. It gives you a little bit of extra grip. But what I like about them as well is the fact that they're made out of a neoprene type of feel, so it stops your hands from swelling or expanding while you're working out if your grip is tight. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, even though it's advanced, we're just going to start with the step tap. Nice and easy. And again, thanks for being here today. I love my regulars. I love new people that show up as well. And I've heard that a lot of people aren't able to make the live class, but they are watching it on YouTube later. So I'm going to say a quick shout out to Judy down in Arizona who contacted me yesterday. She's on 3 of the workouts now. So hi Judy, I know you'll be watching this later, but thanks so much. Okay, so what I want you to do now is we're going to start doing double tapping. So you're going to tap, tap the ground, tap the board, tap the ground. So all you're doing in here is spending more time on the leg that you're balancing on, and the other leg has to be able to move freely. So we're just going to just tap, and you don't really put the weight on the foot when you touch the ground. You're just going to be in here just tapping up and down. There you go. Good. Let's change feet. Left foot. You go tap, down, tap, down. Again, feeling the strength all the way from the toes in the right foot on the ground. The knee is very slightly bent, and you should feel the tightness in your quad as well. And again, keeping that board nice and stable. Okay, let's change feet again. And this time I want you to put your fingers, if you feel safe enough, on top of the board. And then I'm going to give you another challenge for those of you more advanced. Take your finger off the board and see if you can do this tapping. You can see how light my touch is on the board. It's enough to tap the board, but it's not rocking. Look, if I hit it, the board will rock. Good, fingers back on, let's change feet. Tap. So the reason I do it without the holding onto the poles when you're ready to do that is because I want you to really feel the ability of the lightness in the foot that's moving, that you could move it anywhere you want it to go. And because I'm not looking down, I can actually feel the moment it touches the board, and I can remove my foot off of there rather than putting too much weight and the board rocks to the ground. So again, it's that complete control. Let's change feet. We're going to change this up now. You got tap, tap. Now you're going to tap to the side and back in. So up, down, out, down. Up, down, out, down. Good. Just working through here. Very good. Just keeping it nice and smooth. Again, go at your own pace. If you need to hold the poles, that's fine. And again, if you want to take your hands off, you'll notice how moving that foot, all the work really is being done by the leg that's on the ground and developing. Let's change sides. Here we go. Tap, down. Fingers if you want. There you go. And if you want to take your hands off so you get complete feel, make sure you lift your foot up to down so you don't kick the back of the board. And if you need to look down to check your foot placement, that's great. But again, try and have it that you're looking up so your body and brain are feeling what's happening and you're in control. One more, up and down, and hold it there. Good. Now what I want you to do, little steps side to side. Just because the side of the legs, you'll feel how tight they've got through here. So we're going to do one more little tapping exercise. Just tap your foot across into here. So your foot's going to 3, and to 3, and to 3. And all we're doing is we're working now the inner part of the thigh and the groin area. And we're actually elongating out the outside just to relieve some of that pressure. Hope you're doing great. Celebrate good times. Come on. If you can hear the music. Good. Let's come back down. Shake those legs out. Okay. We're now going to do a little bit of a combination work, which again is part of the warm-up, but we're testing the brain. So your right foot is going to tap toe. Your left foot is going to tap heel. So we've got toe, heel, toe, heel. Again, if you want to, because it's advanced, put your fingers on top. If you're just starting out and you don't feel safe, always hold on to the poles. This is all about progression and challenging you to get to a higher level. There you go. Little touch in here. Good, let's change it up. So now left foot goes toe, right foot goes heel. There you go. So you get used to walking and then at the same time tapping. So again, your brain is figuring out one foot taps, one foot touches with the heel, and at the same time, you're balanced on the foot that's changing. There you go. I don't know if I just swapped it up, which way, whether I'm doing it back to front now. Okay, so what I want you to do now, come back and rest, is I want you to go toe, heel, heel, toe. Toe, heel, heel, toe. Right foot, toe, left foot, heel, right foot, heel, left foot, toe. So we go toe, heel, heel, toe. We go again. Toe, heel, heel, toe. Now, rest for a second. What I want you to do is while you're doing that, and I'll call out the feet, if you feel comfortable doing it, all I want you to do is tap the top of the poles with your fingers. So go thumbs to fingers, or if you're holding on, go from your fingers to your thumb and your thumb down to your fingers. So I'd be here. Heel, toe, toe, heel. Toe, heel, heel, toe. Now this is much harder than it looks. Toe, heel, heel, toe, toe, heel. Heel is kind of a little toe. Good. I'm going to put it back into here. We're going to do it one more time. I'm going to use my fingers going up and down the poles for those that are doing it that way. You ready? Toe, heel, heel, toe. Toe, heel, heel, toe. One more time. Toe, heel, heel, toe. And rest it down. A lot harder than it goes. If you're doing these on your own, or you want to say along with me, say the movements as well, because it helps your brain coordinate different pieces when you talk as well. So there we have that one. Great exercise, nice challenge. Challenges me for sure. Next one we're going to do, let's step your right foot in the middle of the board. Now we'll do a little rocking motion in here. What I want you to do is step up, step back. Step up, try and find that balance, step back. Make sure your foot's right in the middle of the board. Step up, step back. Step up and hold. Step back. I'm going to go just a little slower. Step up, give you time to find that balance. Step back. Now, we're going to advance this one. So we're going to step up, step back and lift the foot off of the board. Now, can you straight away put your foot back on? Step up and find the balance. So we've got to be able to lift the foot and put it back exactly where it was and lift the heel. So a little rocking. So I step up the step, I'm able to step to the next step. So I'm here, I step on my stairs, I lift my other leg up, I step back. I've got the strength to lift myself up on the staircase. I lift to put my foot as I'm going to step up the next stairs. I step back. Let's go 2 more. Up and down and up and down. Let's change sides. So we just start in here, just lifting the leg and stepping back. Lift the leg and step back. I've got to adjust my balance on this one. Take the time to find my balance and step back and step up and step back. Last one, step up and step back. Now, this one we're going to start incorporating the rocking motion. So step up, lift the leg, step back, lift the leg. I step on the stairs, I lift my leg with my balance, I step back, I lift my leg. I step on the stairs, I find my balance, I step back, and you'll feel the strength in your leg governing your body now, because we're now lifting, we're lifting our body weight. So not just balance, but strengthening as well. Getting up out of a chair, going up and down stairs. Let's build that strength. There you go, good. Last couple. There you go, good. One more. Here, step up, find that balance, step back down and step back off. What I want you to do, shake your legs out. I'm gonna grab a quick mouthful of water. Feels good. Okay, next exercise we're going to do in here now. Step up on 2 and 2. This is increasing our heart rate, and just rock side to side. There you go, nice and easy. Just find that little rock. This is great for strengthening your core, your quads. Squeeze your glutes. Now I really want you to focus on those shoulders back. So again, push your shoulders forward so it feels uncomfortably forward. Now pull them back until you feel that you're completely upright, and lift your chin, look forward. Lift your chin, don't have your head down here because you'll be putting strain on the back of your neck. So again, head up, nice and tall. As Arlene used to always say for height, and my ballet teacher, Richard Glaston, imagine someone's pulling you up from the center of your head, and he used to put his hand on my hair and pull my hair up to make sure that you're fully elevated for great posture. Shoulders back, good. Now find your balance. Make sure my foot positions are right. Good, and once you found your balance, go into a slight, push your butt out and go into a slight knee bend. Now in this knee bend, I want you to rock side to side. Let the board touch the ground, to keep the pressure. If you look, I'm in this position. My butt's slightly stuck out, I'm here, and I'm pushing side to side. There you go, you'll feel the weight over the balls of your feet, you'll feel a little bit on your heels as well. Now what I want you to do is find that balance. Without standing up, but the shoulders again are pulled back. Feel the back muscles in here squeezing you back to open up the chest. Good, and rock again, same position. Now we're getting some work going on those legs. I can feel my quads, my thighs really getting stronger because of the work. Good, and find your balance. Staying focused. Good, feeling those pressure points as your body adjusts. And it's not about finding the balance and then holding it still. It's about maintaining the balance. And because your body is constantly changing all the time, you have to adapt that balance. Good, and last time, rock side to side and come and stand up. Take the pressure off of those muscles. Now, just do little heel kickers or butt kickers in here as you're stepping across, because we're not getting off of this board for the next probably 5 minutes unless you need to. And of course, safety is always first. Pull those shoulders back, tighten your back muscles in there. There you go, good. Now what do we do? Come to 1 to 1. Now we go on our first minute of run. Let me start the clock because I want to make sure we get the full minute in here. Here we go. Okay, we're going on 1 and 1. Here we go, little run. Nice and easy. Not going too hard again, nice and light on the feet. We're not looking at lifting and slamming the board. We're looking at nice and light. As you're doing this, just make sure your foot is doing this. The toes are going through the toes to the heels. There you go, what have we got left? We've got still 30 seconds to go. Keep that heart rate up. Again, if you need to stop, get a drink of water, take a break, feel free to do that. This is an advanced level workout. Relative to balance, obviously. But getting that heart rate up, and for those of you who've been with me for some time, I know your cardio is increasing because you can't do this work and not get better. Here we go. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. And just take your feet to 2 and 2 and just walk it out. Just a little walk to push it out nice and easy. Now, I'm not going to see you again for 4 days. I won't be back until Tuesday. Obviously, that's our next workout together. So let's have a good one today so we can push it through the weekend. And that will remind me at the end the challenge that I have for you this weekend. Now, damn, what challenge? Wait and see. Good. Move your feet to 3 and 3. Or as wide as is comfortable. And just rock side to side. There you go. Just nice and easy. Now what I want you to do is find your balance. Good. Now go into a butt goes out. I keep doing that. Butt goes out. Go into a small squat. Now from here, keep your body in the middle, but push down with your legs. So you're in here. And again, if you want to, you can let go of the poles or put your thumbs on top. So again, you increase the strength and control of your legs. But if you need for safety to hold on, I always say it, and it's always true, always hold onto the poles if you need. Good. Now find your balance. There you go, you're still in a squat position, your butt is still stuck out a little bit. You shouldn't feel your knees pushing forward. The knees should be perfectly over the top of your toes as far as forward and back, the after direction. If your knees are ahead of your toes, more forward, then you're pushing your hips forward. Make sure it's your butt that goes out. Good, rock side to side. And you'll notice in here, you're working more of your inner thigh, especially when you come to the balance. You'll notice that there's a grip that's going on with the inner thighs to keep you stable. Great strengthening for the whole body. Here we go, find your balance. There you go, this time. It started off better for me. I got my balance a little quicker this time. But whenever I think I've got it, I relax the focus and I end up losing my balance again, having to readjust. Good, hold it there, good. Make sure you're still in that squat, rock side to side. Keep the body in the middle, push down with the legs. You can really feel my inner thighs working. Here we go. Last balance, and find that balance. Good, shoulders back. Make sure your head is up, looking forward. You can look down to check, but get your eyes up and feel what's happening to your body and your balance, and you adjust because your brain is making it, or your brain is recognizing what's happening, not your eyes telling you what to do. Okay, and come and stand back up, 2 and 2. Good, so what we got here, going in, we have got another 1 minute run. Again, raising the level, go only as far as you can. Here we go, and we're up. Beginning to move. If you want to go a little faster, if you're feeling really strong, you want to lift your knees a little higher, feel free to lift those knees higher, but make sure that you're soft on the way down. Make sure your feet are soft on the way down. Don't be slamming your heels. Think toe to heel. I land on my toe, I go to my heel. I land on my toe, I go to my heel. That gave me a little break, didn't it? Good. And if you want to go slower and just practice that movement, do that as well. Good, here we go. We've got 20 seconds to go. I think it's 20 seconds, yeah. 15 seconds, let's keep it going. You're doing fantastic. Whew. Beginning to feel this one. Here we go. 2 seconds, 1, and put your feet back to 2 and 2 and just rock. Again, hard workout today. Again, this is more advanced obviously than the Tuesdays, but the Tuesday teaches technique to then be able to push yourself. And as I said with Bob Eubanks the whole time when we were training, you've got to challenge your body safely, but you've got to challenge your body to improve. If you keep doing the same thing, eventually your body will get used to it and you'll begin to go down in quality. So accept the challenge and know that you can do more as you get healthier. Here we go, step your feet on 1 and 1, last exercise. All right, just sit here, rocking nice and slow. Now find your balance, bend your knees, stick your butt out, and hold that balance. So I'm in a downhill skiing position as far as my knees are bent. If I needed to go over those moguls, diamonds, I certainly could. We used to do this in Starlight Express all the time because the stage we were on had lots of different moguls and everything. So as you were going over, you had to be able to adjust your weight, your balance, and have the strength in your legs to make sure you didn't fall at high speeds. Good, now I want you to stay there and just push side to side. And you'll notice in here, the strengthening on the outside of the legs as you're pushing. Again, thumbs if you want, fingers if you want. Even top of the fingers if you want. And here, I'm in the forefinger. Make sure the balance. Now find your balance. There you go, good. I can really feel my thighs beginning to tighten up now. You can have your knees touching if you want, as long as your feet are close together. And let's rock again. I'm sure my legs are getting tired because we've done all these exercises now. And so the legs have been really worked today. Yeah, good. Now find your balance. Butt is still out. If I look down, I can still see my toes. If I can't see my toes, my knees are too forward, so stick your butt out a little bit more. There you go. And one more time, rock it out. You can feel that rhythm of the music. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your balance. Good, find that balance, maintain it, maintain it, maintain it. Doing great. Good, and step up on 2 and 2. Just rock side to side. Now here we go, last 1 minute of the run. You're like, oh, running again. Yeah, we're gonna run again because it's so critical to increase in heart rate, getting your blood flowing, getting yourself fitter and healthier, and most importantly, getting you ready to run outside when those front doors open. So back on 1, last minute, here we go. It's a lot of running today, but again, this is the last exercise we're doing on the board here before we turn it around and go onto the Red Bull. So I wanted to make sure we got a dynamic workout today while we were doing these exercises. Okay, I'm going to pick up the speed a little bit. I'm going to lift my feet a little higher. And again, be soft on the board so I continue to push it. Good, we've got, what do we got? 50, we've still got 30 seconds left to go now. Good. If you want to go slower, as I always say, go at your own speed that is right at the top of the end of your comfort zone. If it's not pushing, then you won't be getting the maximum workout, but at the same time, safety comes first and always build up. Never be in a situation that you, where you feel uncomfortable or off balance, and rest it down. Good, rock side to side. How you guys doing? Hope you're feeling good. Hanging in there. I know it's a lot of cardio, especially we've built up very quickly in a short time. Good, push on the left, step back off on the right. Grab some water. Cheers. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to walk around to the front of the board, pick it up, and just twist it round to go the opposite side. So I'm now in here, the board is facing me, and you should have turned the board around. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to get in there again. It should be safe to just grab the poles, lift the board a little bit, and turn it around. And I have to say, I think my mum's on today, and my mum doesn't even have one of these boards yet because she's over in England. She has one of the prototypes that I made, and those boards and the prototypes were made out of wood. They were really heavy. They weighed about 26, 27 pounds. So I can't wait till international shipping opens up again, and hopefully I can get one of these to my mum. Hang in there, mum. Okay, what I want you to do now is put your foot on the red ball. Now again, I'll show just for those that weren't here before, your toe should not be ahead of the front of the ball. So I should be in line so the ball of my foot is right on the ball itself. So I'm here, what I want you to do is just the foot underneath and just roll your foot around nice and slow. Now, I was talking to, I can't remember who I was talking to the other day, great guy. We were doing some exchanges and I called him up on the phone and he said, could I do this exercise with my shoes off? Absolutely, you can do it with your shoes off, but safety first. You'll feel the balls that are on top of the ball, the little knobs that are on top of there, will actually help massage your foot, go the opposite direction, and at the same time, you'll get more flexibility in your foot because you don't have the sole stopping it. So the more you can roll your toes, the better it is. Good, rolling it around. Good, let's change feet. So again, adjust the foot you're standing on. And as you're doing this, the board shouldn't be rocking. I should have the balance on the leg that I'm standing on. But again, put some weight onto the ball and roll your knee. It goes inside to outside. And think, I'm going from my big toe, rolling across to my little toe and round. My big toe to my little toe and round. So again, we're feeling the different pressure points. And again, if you don't have if you have your shoes on now, that's okay. Obviously I do. But in time, or at night time, or when you want to do it, feel free to take that show. In fact, I'm going to even do that now. I'm going to show you because I think I can do this pretty quick. So as I'm in here, I can just roll it around and I'll feel my toes really getting more flexibility. Let's go the other way, go out to in. So I start on my little toe, roll to my big. Little toe, roll to my big. So we're just rolling around here again. The board should be balanced because the leg I'm standing on is strong. There you go, good. Let's take it back down. I'm going to throw my shoe back on again. Why am I putting my shoe back on, you ask? The answer is, I'm not sure how clean my socks are. Sorry, Mum. Okay, I put my right foot back on the ball. I'm now going to just lean on that ball and feel my foot right in the middle. Then I'm slowly going to straighten my leg and bring my foot off the ground. And I'm going to try and balance. Now go as high as you can on your toe or on the ball of your foot, and you'll feel your ankle, you'll feel your calf, and you'll feel everything going all the way up your leg really tight. If you begin to lean back, just put your foot back on the ground to save you, but the poles will also help as well. Good, stay as high as you can. Good, let's come down, let's change feet. Put your left foot on the middle of the ball. Good, put your weight on there, make sure you're in the center. Slowly come up on that front foot. And can you find that balance? Constantly adjusting the board. And what's beautiful in here is the adjustment comes from the brain feeling, as I always talk about. But think about how the brain is actually correcting by putting more pressure on your toes, not on your whole foot. So your toes are getting stronger. Again, I can feel there's pressure on my big toe. If I begin to go outside, I've got to adjust. If I go too much to my big toe, I've got to push with my little toe and go as high as you can. So again, we feel the strengthening of the stabilization muscles and tendons, ligaments, through your ankle, into your calf, through your knee, all the way up into your glute. Good, come and stand back down again. We're gonna go onto the other foot. Here we go. Same thing again, but this time I want you to try and go straight up and find the balance if you can. If you need to go back down, it's okay to readjust, but see if you can go straight up and adjust the balance on the ball. Keep that heel, go as high as you can on that foot. If you get tired, just go back down again and then come back in and join when you feel good. Here we go, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Tall as you can, shoulders back, remember. And come down, let's change feet. So put your foot right in the middle of the ball and go straight up. Can you find that balance? Now what you're working here is you're working two sets of balances. Right, you've got the board that rocks side to side, and then you've got the ball that also flexes in there. So again, you're having to double correct. So you're really challenging your body through your feet and brain connection to be able to adjust and continue to push and find that balance. Here we go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back down again. Good. Shake out. Now what I want you to do is just put your foot behind the left yellow pole. So the ball of your foot is on the board, and just push your knee forward so you feel a stretch in your calf. Come back, same thing. Where the board has the curve in it, just put your foot right where it first flattens out behind the pole. Ball of the foot on the board, your heel is on the ground, and just push forward so you stretch those calves out. As we know, flexibility, suppleness is so important for reaction, for balance. Good. Okay, we come back. One more exercise on the ball today. We're now going to do some calf raises. So I want you to go put your right foot correctly in the middle of the ball. Come up, put your other foot by your ankle and go up and come down again. And go as high as you can and down again. Go up, 3, we're going to do 8. And up, 4. And go high, 5. Keep that balance, balance comes first. And 6, 2 more. Up, and last one, up and down. Let's change feet. Left foot, we're going straight into this. Foot goes on the middle of the board. Go straight up. Put your other foot by your ankle. Now we're going to raise as high as you can. 1. And, oh, my balance went on that one. 2. So I have to focus in. 3. And 4. I broke my foot many years ago. 5. And I was in a boot for almost a year. 6. 7. And I couldn't even go up. By the time I came out of the boots, and this is where I learned so much about foot, and step back off, I learned so much about foot action and how they work. Put your foot on the board, because I couldn't balance properly on my foot after a year of being in a boot. Good, change feet. My tendons were no longer firing. I had no strength. My foot had become like a rock. I had to go into manipulation work of trying to get each bone to loosen up, which is how I created this small ball with changing feet again, to learn, because I had to learn how to not just balance on one foot. I couldn't go on my toes at all. So changing feet. There you go. Good. And we're going to come back. That's that part exercise done. Turn the board around. Move the poles to the inside. Put in your long bands and get a drink of water. I'm going to lead the way. So we turn the board back around again. And I'm going to give you time to do this. We've been working hard, so there's no rush. There's one pole in. Other pole is in. I'm going to use the blue bands today. I want to make sure that I use bands that add resistance but are not too much. And with the exercises today, the black bands would have been too much. So take the long bands, put it in the side of the board. So the loop goes in, you feed the band through, put it on the hook, and pull the hook all the way up to the top of the pole. Here I go with this one, again in the side of the board. Push it in, feed the handle through, put it on the clip and lift the clip all the way to the top. So now we've got a nice solid connection. Now the other way, if you want to take some of the slack out of the bands when you're not using them, but you've got them in, you can always cross them over and put them on the opposite side. You'll notice how the bands get stronger. So if you're not using them specifically, or you want to keep them in that way so there's not so much slack, it's a good way to be able to do that as well. I'm going to move them back because I'm going to be using these. Good, I'm going to go back another 30 seconds to give you time to adjust and move those poles. If you're done and you're all ready to go, what I want you to do is just rock side to side, pull those shoulders back by rolling and pull them back as you rock. Roll them, pull them back. Loosen them up and tighten. Loosen them up and tighten. Loosen them up and tighten. Now we go the other way. Roll them forward and then pull them back. Roll them forward and then pull them back. Roll them forward and then pull them back. Good, couple more. And here we go. Good, okay, excellent. What we're gonna do now, you're gonna take the long band in your right hand. And again, we're going to work on balance in here as well as strengthening the steps. So, all I want you to do is lift the band up till it's shoulder height. You can see my palm is facing down. Now, what I want you to do is try and find your balance. And on here, don't let your elbow drop. Just pull it back and push it forward. Pull it back, push it forward. Now, because you've lifted it shoulder height, there's a little resistance depending on the band you've got, and pull it back. And to pull it back, keep going. I want you to think of this part of the muscle here. As I pull back, this part, the center of your back, is pulling back and tightening. So it's not your arm doing the pull, it's your back doing the pull. Here we go, 2 more. 1, keep that balance, and again, back. Good, put it down, let's go to the other side. Remember, think about where your spine is in the middle, and on the left-hand side of your spine, you'll feel that muscle that's in there, rhomboid muscle. So lift it up, now pull your elbow back, and feel that muscle tightening in your back. There you go, 2, keep that balance. 3, and 4. Now try and think the other shoulder, don't let the other shoulder come forward. Think of the other shoulder staying back, and you're bringing this shoulder blade back in. Here we go, keep that balance. Couple more, keep the shoulder high, good, and back. There you go, good, and put the band back down. Oh, I can feel that, that's really tightening in here. Good, let's go back to the other side. Hand comes up, find your balance, and this shoulder, your left shoulder is back. Now pull the other one back to meet it. 1, 2, we're only going to do 8. 3, keep that balance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, put it back down. Good, I hope, I'm not sure, Bella, if you're still there, but if you're doing this, Bella, you better still be joining in and not getting down, because you've got the strength to do this. Here we go, find your balance, right shoulder back, bring the shoulder blades together. 1, and 2, and 3, elbow high. 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Last one, keep that balance. 8, very good. Okay, what I want you to do now is take your hands, wrap them across. So you're just in here, still give you support, and I want you to round your back. So if I was in here from the side, I've gone across my, and I'm just going to do this and round my back. Hold that position, it's going to stretch out those muscles that were just being worked. So in here, just round it out. You can stand up. Don't worry about your balance as much as worried about just rounding that back out. One more time, round it out. Good, and come back. Okay, next one we're going to do. I just got to check what we're going to do here. Back lift. Oh, okay. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to go from here, lift the shoulder and bring the arm down. So lift up, roll the shoulder and bring it down. Lift it up, roll the shoulder, bring it down. Lift it up, roll the shoulder, back. Now make it into a fluid motion. So you're in here. And I don't, at this point here, just rock on the board. So you're here, just roll. And as you pull back, the arm should be straight. As you pull back, feel those muscles tightening up. Again, you don't want to have bands that are too much resistance on this one. This is really about body motion. Good, let's change sides. So we're going to here, lift forward. Now roll that shoulder and pull it back. There's the resistance and I roll it back. Lift the shoulder up, take it back. And as it's going back, you're tightening the back muscles again. Did I just say back? You're tightening the back muscles again. Good, and allow the board to rock naturally as you want. Good, rolling it back. You should feel those back muscles really tightening up. Good, come and place it down. Same thing again, cross your arms over and just, you can go stationary on one side, just roll that back out. Oh, I can feel that. Good. One more. Okay, now come and just stand back up, put your feet on 2 and 2, and I want you to find your balance and just feel, don't tighten the back, feel the back naturally in a good, safe position. Now, so I'm not squeezing my muscles, I'm allowing my muscles to get used to being in that position. Now as you're here, what I want you to do is just squat just a little bit and keep the shoulders in the same way. Now, when you found your balance, take your right hand, put it out in the front, but keep your posture here. So again, I'm going to leave my left hand comes out and back. My right hand comes out, and I'm keeping my posture, even though my arm is moving, my back is in a good posture position. So I'm not leaning forward like this to reach things. This is something I need to do at my desk when I'm sitting on the computer. I tend to, go on the computer around my back. It's better if I can sit up and be typing in here, just going in good. Just rock out on the board. Okay, last exercise today, because this is a pretty tough exercise we've been doing, and you guys have been doing great. Last band exercise we're going to do a little bit of a squat work in here. So I'm going to take the band, again to the front, bend my elbow, so I'm in this position, and now go into a squat and a push, a squat and a push, and a squat and a push. Okay, I have to stop. If you listen to the music that's on it, what song's there? Right, so I'm sure you guys had the best time to this song growing up. Let's go. I want you to join me, let's go. YMCA. Okay, that's it. I'm moving back to the workout again. We've got 3 more to do on this side. Sorry, I had to interrupt. Okay, so you're here. Bring the elbow up. Here we go. And push. And up. And up. And up. Good. Come put it down. Let's go to the other side. Now, the important thing here is your balance. So arm comes forward. Twist the hand up so the elbow's here. Now, as you push up, we're getting the strength in the legs. Keep that balance as you're doing it. Think about balance first and stretch and reach. So we're strengthening our upper body, but we're connecting to our feet. We don't become individual where only your body can work from the feet and then only your body can work from your arm. Everything becomes integrated. Here we go, 2 more. Keep that balance. Last one. Good. Here we go. Just rock side to side. Sorry for that interval, that break in there for YMCA, but when that song's on, you have to do it at least once, right? Okay, so next one we're going to do, we're going to go back and do the same exercise 1 time, but I want to advance this now. So we're going to do 10 reps. That's 10 times. If you want to stay safe because you're not comfortable yet, you can do 1 arm, and after 5, you'll change to the other arm. If you're advanced or want the challenge, you can go now both at the same time with your balance. Remember, at any point, if you feel unsafe, let the bands go and grab the poles. You can actually just drop them. Grab the poles. Okay, you ready? So if you're right hand only, grab the right. If you're both, grab them both. Here we go. Little squat. Now, step and push. 1 and 2 and 3 and keep that balance. 4 and 5. Now change to the left hand if you're changing. I'm going to hold here for a second. You can change. Left hand's ready to go. Here we go. 1, 2, which is 7, 8. Keep that balance. I'm losing my balance. Focus on the balance. 9. Last one. 10. So I notice when I go up in here that I tend to lose my balance a little bit as I push up. I push one side. So I'm going to go away and work on that later on because I want to get better at things as well. And I noticed today that my balance was off a little bit. Okay, so that ends our upper band workout, which is enough today to get going. We've had a pretty tough workout and definitely more advanced in its growth. We're now going to finish up with going to the ground. So this is what I want you to do. Take the bands, the long bands out, move the poles back to the outside holes, and it's the last exercise coming up. Okay, here we go. Step off the board. I'm going to remove my long bands. There's one. It's great when you lean forward, take the bands out, and you feel the sweat running down your face. I love that feeling. That's the second one out. Okay, I'll give you a little bit more time because I know that everyone's a little bit different speed in moving this board around. Obviously, I do it pretty quick because, you know, it's one of those things that I've done so many times now. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me show you how you're going to get down before we turn the board, because when you turn the board to get down, you're going to face away from me. So please pay attention to this one. All you're going to do is step back slightly, walk your hands down, bend your knee. Once you're in a good solid position, just take one knee to the ground, take the other knee to the ground, and put your hands on the board. What you'll do then is you're going to turn backwards and sit on the board. You'll turn and sit on the board. I remember the microphone's that way. So again, let me show you one time. You walk down the poles till you're solid. Hold those poles. Take one knee to the ground. Take the other knee to the ground. Put your hand on the board. And then you're going to turn around and sit on the board. So now that you know that, because you want to watch the camera, turn the board around again. I'm going to slide my board back a little bit so you can see. That should be good. Okay, go ahead and get to sit on the board. Now, if you don't feel the sweat, if you don't feel confident doing this, watch this one and you can practice it over time. But again, similar to we did on Tuesday, how to get down onto the ground. So I'm here, I walk down, I put one knee on the ground, other knee on the ground, and then I turn around and I put my butt right in the middle of the board. Now, if you notice, the handles on the outside become a balance ability to stabilize yourself. And your arms can rest against the poles so you don't fall back through. They're made for that reason. Now, scoot your butt to the edge. What I want you to do is just find the middle of the board. And once you're there, round your back and squeeze your abs. All we're going to do is a little squeeze. Squeeze and release. Squeeze those abs and release. Now when you squeeze, blow out. Breathe in and squeeze. Now, what I want you to do is go into a squeeze position and lift your right leg off the ground. I'll move my feet back a little bit and lift your left foot off the ground. And right leg off the ground and left leg off the ground. Now what I want you to do is lift your right leg, straighten it, bring it back, place it down. Left leg, lift your foot, straighten it, bring it back and down. So again, you're feeling here that as you do it, if you lean to the right or lean to the left, adjust your weight. So push on one butt cheek or the other. So here we go, right foot again. You go lift, straighten, back and down, and left foot. Lift, straighten, back and down. Right leg one more time. Keep those abs tight, squeeze them. Up, out, in and down. And you'll really feel those abs working because you're controlling balance at the same time as you're working in there in the movement area as well. Good. Now what I want you to do is just lift those knees close to you. So I'm just bringing my knees nice and easy close to me while I continue to learn to balance. And again, those handles on the side will keep you solid. Good. Come back to the middle. Good. Now straighten your legs out because I want to loosen up those hip flexors at the front. They'll be a little tight, and just shake those legs. Now we've got one more exercise we're going to do here, which is going to be about the abs. So bring your feet into that kind of underneath you. Hold onto the edge of the board. And what I'm going to do is lift your butt off of the board and back down again. So when you're doing this, squeeze your abs. So again, we're working, squeeze those abs. My arms are pressing against the back of the board so I can be in here. You'll feel your arms are tight, but as you lift your butt off the board, think of squeezing those abs, squeeze. And again, blow out when you lift. So blow out, breathe in. Blow out, breathe in. Blow out, breathe in. Last one, blow out, breathe in. Now, just relax for a second. What I want you to do is just rock side to side. And as you're rocking side to side and we're cooling down, Squeeze the side you lean to. If I lean to this side, I squeeze. I lean to this side, I squeeze. My right, I squeeze. My left, I squeeze. Now, as you're doing this, your core is learning how to control your body weight in here as you're going. It's great for isolating the left side and the right side as I rock. And again, it doesn't have to be a big lean, it's a big squeeze. You don't need to go all the way down, it can just be a tight squeeze. This will help you with exercises and actions like getting out of a chair. As you stand up, you have to engage your core to be solid. Okay, so that's the end of the first time. I think we're going down onto the board. Now watch how you're going to get back up out of the board again. All you're going to do is scoot your butt off to the side, roll over onto your side, go onto your knees. And once we get to there, I'm going to turn this around so you can see the change, how to get back up again. All right, so I've gone to here. I've rolled around onto my knees. I go up on both knees. I take my hands on the poles. I lift one leg up. I pull on the poles and push off of the back foot. Let me show you one more time. We're here, one knee on the ground. I'm going to pull on the poles. My back leg is going to push on that toe, bring myself back up again, and we're all good. And that is the end of today's workout. Now, I know getting down on the board can be tough, and some people are like, I can't do that. Work on it slowly. Use the technique to get down. But again, I'm not going to avoid doing it because some people may struggle. What I'm here is those some people that struggle, I want to help you get better. So we've got to go through the motions, and we'll continue to do this slowly because I've got so many exercises on the board, on the floor, for core, for upper body, for legs, for butt. So we're going to start this and go. So now just a little step sideways. Hopefully everyone's back up again. There you go, just rocking. Good, so the first thing I want us to do, come and stand behind the board. Take your hands, cross them over, and just lean forward. You want to round your back. Stand up. There you go, good. Put your hands up on the other side. Now take your arm, right hand, put it on your left hand, and just push forward a little bit. So from the side, I'm doing this motion, right? I'm just stretching out that back again. So I'm here, and you'll feel the stretch on your right side because it's the right hand that's crossed over. Change sides, left hand goes to right, and again, slight bend, feel that stretch. Very good. Okay, come back to the middle. Now just roll those shoulders backwards, nice and easy. Good, and roll them forward. It's been a long workout today. Longer than I intended, but I want to make sure we're teaching. Good. Now just lift your shoulders up and drop them. Now one thing to be careful of as you're doing this, when you lift them up, don't lift them forward and drop. Think of lift them up and drop. So feel as you're doing it, I'm just up. I don't let my shoulders come forward when I lift, it's just up, which means you may not be able to lift them as high, but keep them back. There you go. Good, just drop the head to the right, so my ear's going towards my right ear's going towards my right shoulder, and cross to the other side, and cross the other side, and cross. Now take your head and just let it drop forward. Let it hang there for 10 seconds, I'll count down. If you want to hold the bowls, you can as well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and come and stand up. Good. Now I'm going to do just shake those arms out. Now the other thing I really want to stretch today is our quads. If you remember at the beginning, we did a lot of thigh work. So again, left hand, I missed the board. Left hand on the pole, bend down a little bit, put your right hand on your right knee, slowly slide the hand down the shin as you feel, as you begin to lift the right leg, and then pull that leg up behind you. The more you can go down on that leg to the foot, the more it's easy to stretch, and over time, hopefully we'll get more supple. And if I begin to fall, I can move the board to help catch me. Good, hold it there, and bring it down to the ground. Let's go to the other side. Right hand on the pole, put my left hand on my left thigh, slide it down my knee, begin to lift my left knee and slide my hand down till it's on my ankle. Stand back up and stretch that quad. There you go, very good. We're almost done today. Feel that stretch. There you go, good. And put it back on the ground, shake those legs out. Good, let's just do right foot really quickly, just roll it out, inside to out and reverse it. Outside to in. Good, change legs. Inside to out on the left leg. Good, now change outside to in on the left foot. Good, great stuff. Let me just grab the stool. I'm going to grab my water in here. You can see I got a good sweat going today. One of the things, so this is my challenge for you, right? This is the challenge for today. I'm glad I remembered. So many times we work quietly, we work privately, and we don't celebrate the success we have because we've been taught that it's arrogant or it's I'm trying to think what the right word is, self-gratifying rather than, sometimes quiet, especially in the senior generation that was so humble and hardworking that I think the younger generation certainly could learn something from as well. But I had a talk with my mom and said, sometimes you got to celebrate you. You're so busy giving because your culture and generation was so much about giving that you forget to give to yourself. And it's beautiful to give to yourself because you deserve it. So my challenge for you today is I want on Saturday to reach out to one person you haven't spoken to in a little while about your physical change. And on Sunday, I want you to reach out to a second person. I want you to tell them the changes you felt, just because you want to share. Now, it sounds like, oh, that's kind of arrogant to do or there, but give them a call and say, I just got to share this with you. I want you I want to tell someone, I want to tell you how my life is changing, because what you don't understand often when we're so humble is that your experiences create a fire in someone else. You can give them a little spark. We don't know how they're feeling about how they're down. I'm not saying talk about the balance board. I'm not here to try and sell the balance board to someone. I want you to celebrate you. I want you to go out this Memorial Day weekend and I want you to tell 2 people over the weekend the new experiences you're going through. And it may not be, I got an amazing change in what I'm doing. It could be the mental excitement that's leading to the body change. There's a little body change, but I really believe in what I'm doing and I'm getting better. Because your words can inspire them to take action in their life. And we underestimate our own ability to affect people. Whereas the truth is, you have people that you can affect. So my challenge for you this weekend is get out your message to 2 people and say to them, listen, life can change. When you get excited emotionally, everything else can change around you as well. So let's find out who does that. And I hope I can hear great success stories about how great you felt about letting people know about the changes that are happening with you. So really quickly, Franklin, Charlene, you made it down today. Is that the first day? That's awesome. That's great. I'm so happy for you because I know that's something we had talked about as well. Barbara, you got flat feet? Absolutely, they will help. And I'm so glad that you're here doing them as well. So keep doing them. Laurie, I don't know if you're still there, but Laurie's an amazing lady, amazing photographer who has a 60 up balance board. I hope you're joining in, Laurie, and a beautiful lady. And I think everybody else here that I can see messages from has I've already spoken to today. So I'm not going to keep you much longer. We had a long workout today, but thanks so much for being here. Have a beautiful weekend, a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. And I will see you back here 9 o'clock Tuesday. And again, let me know your experiences. You know how to get hold of me through the Facebook Messenger. And I will contact you, obviously get back to you as I always try and do as quick as I can. Cheers. Thanks so much. Have a great day and have a fantastic weekend.